Валентина Скультэ. Английский для детей. Страница 345. The 35th lesson. 35-й урок, часть 2. The friar. Lily had been sleeping for an hour or two when something disturbed her sleep. She coughed and opened. Страница 346. Her eyes. The room was dark and there was a strange noise somewhere. Something was hissing and cracking outside the door, and it was hard to breathe. The room was full of smoke. Lily was just going to put on her shoes and run to the door when a shrill whistle came from outside. It was not a whistle of greeting, it was Jimmy's double whistle of alarm, and it meant trouble. Lily ran to the window and raised it. It was broad daylight outside. The girl looked down the side, took her breath away. There was a big crowd of people standing below, looking up at the house and shouting. In front of the crowd stood her father and Mr. Dale. Jimmy and Sam were running about, shouting and waving their hands. "What's wrong?" Lily cried, rubbing her eyes and coughing. Mr. Christine waved his hand to the crowd, and all the people stopped shouting at once. "Lily, listen to what I'm going to tell you. I've made a bet with Mr. Dale that you can creep out of the window and climb down to the ground in less than 3 minutes. Can you?" The doctor tried to keep his voice steady, but it shook. "Oh, Daddy," the girl gasped, "but you've just scolded me but I should like to do it if you did not get angry with me again." "Don't lose time then, dear. I shan't be angry. There's a big box of chocolate waiting for you." "Lose no time," he cried back to Lily in a firm voice, trying to smile. "Yes, I'm coming," the girl shouted. Страница 347. "Take off your shoes, Harry," Mr. Christine cried, taking out his watch as he were going to watch the time. Swift as a monkey, the girl slipped through the window, feet first. The crowd held its breath. "Maybe we have time to bring mattresses," Mr. Dale whispered to the doctor. "No, we haven't. The wind may change any minute, and besides she may see you with the mattresses and get frightened," the doctor answered. "Oh, God," Mrs. Dale sighed. "The canis must be as slippery as soap. It's still raining." "Be quiet," her husband whispered, nodding at the wretched face of Mr. Christine. To be continued words. Fire, пожар, to disturb, тревожить, to cough, кашлять, кашель, to crack, трещать, щелкать, outside, снаружи, to breathe, дышать, smoke, дым, shrill, пронзительный, to greet, приветствовать, greeting, приветствие, double, двойной, alarm, тревога, trouble, беда, несчастье, broad, широкий. It was broad daylight, было совсем светло. To wave, махать, to make a bet, держать пари. Steady, твердый, устойчивый, steadily, твердо, упорно. Shook, past от shake. Firm, решительный, твердый. Swift, быстрый. To hold breath, затаить дыхание. Mattress, матрас. Besides, кроме того, God, Бог, о God, о Господи, to nod, кивнуть, wretched, несчастный, страдальческий. Страница 348. Задание. Translate into Russian. Quite unexpectedly, her dream was disturbed by a shrill whistle. Совершенно неожиданно ее сон был нарушен пронзительным свистом. His wet feet were cold, and he coughed terribly at night. Его мокрые ноги были холодные, и он ужасно кашлял ночью. A strange noise came from outside. Снаружи доносился странный шум. A stick cracked somewhere nearly. Палка затрещала где-то поблизости. The room was full of smoke, and it was hard to breathe. Комната была полна дыма, и было трудно дышать. It was not a whistle of greeting, it was a double whistle of alarm. Это не был свист приветствия, это был двойной свист тревоги. When they came out of the cinema, it was still broad daylight. Когда они вышли из кино, было еще совсем светло. The sight which she saw from her window took her breath away. От зрелища, которое она увидела из окна, у нее перехватило дыхание. The girl saw an enormous crowd of people below. Девочка увидела огромную толпу людей внизу. How can you know whether he's right or wrong? Как вы можете знать, прав он или не прав? What's up? What's wrong? Что случилось? Lily got down to the ground in less than 3 minutes. Лили спустилась на землю меньше, чем за 3 минуты. He tried to keep his voice steady, but it shook. Он пытался говорить твердым голосом, но его голос дрожал. Lose no time, he cried in a firm voice. Не теряя времени, крикнул он твердым голосом. She saw a crowd outside and could not understand what had happened. Она увидела толпу и не могла понять, что случилось. Упражнение 3. Answer the following questions. Do you often cough in winter? Where have you put my plate? Who cried last night? Why was it hard for Lily to breathe? What awoke Lily? Where did the whistle come from? What kind of a whistle was it? What did she see outside? Упражнение 4. Translate into English. Страница 349. Упражнение 6. Read it and then retell it. The Man and the Lion. Once, when I was threatened by a lion, an old African explorer said, I sat down and stared into his eyes, as I had no weapon. How did it work? His companion asked. Perfectly, the lion didn't even make a move to touch me. Strange, how do you account for it? Well, sometimes I've thought it was because I sat on the branch of a very tall tree. Упражнение 7. Ask questions to which the following sentences are answers. Yes, I slept well. No, I don't like to play tennis. No, I have not seen Lily today. Yes, I shall go to the zoo tomorrow. I shall go to the zoo with my parents. I'm trying to find my ball. I was at the theater last night. Страница 350, упражнение 8. Learn the proverb. Don't trouble trouble until trouble troubles you. Не тревожь беду, пока беда не потревожит тебя. Не буди лихо, пока лихо спит тихо. Упражнение 9. Answer a very simple question. How many fingers have you?